Hey everyone, Shikari Dill here. It is a good time to be a fan of World of Warcraft right now. We've got a lot going on. We have Season of Discovery Phase 3, which just dropped. We have Cataclysm, which is right around the corner, and the War Within Alpha, which should be dropping very soon. And Blizzard has even announced a brand new way to play World of Warcraft called Mists of Pandaria Remix. So we're going to jump right into that, but before we do, if you like this form of content, I'd really appreciate it if you hit that like and subscribe button. And without further ado, let's jump right into the news. With the launch of Phase 3 of Season of Discovery, it was a bit of a bumpy launch, to say the least. Those who were able to get on early were able to farm lots of gold, upwards of 1,000 gold, in just an hour or two of doing these new Nightmare Incursion quests. Basically, what these are is in this new Nightmare Incursion, players will run around doing the same quests over and over again, sometimes often skipping some of the more time-consuming ones, to just conserve on time and just be more efficient. So this was very obviously hotfixed early, which caused quite the upset in the community because some of these guys who were able to get on early got anywhere from 500 to 1,000 gold in just an hour or two of doing these Nightmare Incursion quests. There was a lot of back and forth going on in the community on whether this was something that ruined the economy, but let's be honest guys, I mean the amount of gold these few people made is just a drop in the bucket compared to the economy as a whole, and the gold you can make right now, even with the nerfed version of it, is still very good. So I would imagine that the amount of people who have made gold overall is just absolutely insane in this event. Now, overall, I think Nightmare Incursions are a cool idea. I like what Blizzard's thinking here, but honestly, they feel a little bit scuffed. They give me private server vibes. It feels like this is something a private server would put on for an event for their server or something. I think what's important with this event is the implication that Blizzard is willing to experiment with new content we haven't seen in Classic. They're willing to do things and create custom content for players to experience for the first time in a Classic WoW format. I think that is the biggest takeaway from this event, is not that it's bad or that it's a bit scuffed, but that we can have something in the future to look forward to at level 60 that they can learn from this and make something even better. So we got some news on World of Warcraft Cataclysm's timeline, and boy, is it moving fast. So right off the bat, we're getting the pre-patch on May 20th. And then immediately following the pre-patch is just a lot of events string together real quick. Now, this is going to be a accelerated timeline. Blizzard has said they want to get through the entirety of Cata in one entire year, and honestly that makes sense. When you think of the patch cadence back then when Cataclysm came out, there wasn't really a whole lot of content, but the content was fun. I personally liked Cataclysm. I think this is showing that Blizzard understands that Cata might not be as popular as Wrath of the Lich King, but there is still some demand for it. Again, this is an entire different shift in mentality that Blizzard has had in recent years, and honestly, I think it's awesome. I think it's great that they're willing to put a Cata server out there for players who enjoy that content. This has led to speculation that Blizzard is trying to fast track to Mists of Pandaria because a lot of people actually really enjoyed that expansion despite its reception at the time. Well, that was all the way up until today, where they just announced World of Warcraft Mists of Pandaria Remixed. Now, what this means is this isn't going to be a classic server now. This is confirmed to be something that is just going to be a event that takes place on the retail servers, but it's actually a really cool event, and I'm very much excited for this. Basically, this is also an accelerated version of Pandaria. You level from 1 to level 70 on there. In this new version, they've added new items, they've added powerful new gems, like it's a whole lot of stuff, and honestly, it looks very exciting. So in 2024 and going forward, there are quite honestly a lot of different versions of WoW you can choose to play. You can play a remixed version of Pandaria, you can play Cataclysm, you can even play Classic WoW, you can play the new expansion, War Within. So honestly, right now, it's a good time to be a WoW fan because you have so many different versions of the game. But this does bring up another topic, is WoW burnout real? Is too much WoW a good thing? That's honestly what I've been thinking about, but what do you guys think? Do you think this many versions of WoW is too much, or do you think it's perfect and you don't mind it at all? Well, let me know what version of WoW you guys are most interested in playing, and I will see you all in the next video.